Hi yogis, and welcome to this Moon Salutation. This is a flow I love to align with the new moon just because it harvests that calm energy and the clarity that we might need as the next moon cycle starts and the energy starts to amp up. So it's a great way to ground yourself and to go within with a slow paced and not super intense practice. If you have blocks, feel free to grab them. We will do some forward folding that you might need them in. Otherwise, let's start at the top of the mat with the feet underneath the hips and the body nice and tall. And let's just roll the shoulders back and down. Make sure that the chest is nice and open. Maybe lift up the toes and spread them out wide on your mat, grounding the feet down into the floor. And then pushing the floor away. So imagine that you can push the feet down into the floor as you align and reach the crown of the head straight up to the sky, and just find some length in between those two outer edges of the body. Maybe close the eyes, take a few deeper breaths here. One more deep breath in and long breath out. We start with some spinal articulation just to warm up the torso here. So inhale as you clasp the hands in front of the chest, and exhale, push the hands away, curve the spine, bend the knees, drop the chin to the chest. Breathe in to reach the hands to the sky, lift the chest, look up. And then exhale to release the arms far away from you to clasp behind your back. Breathe in again to draw the shoulders back and down, lift the chest. And then we melt the belly first to connect with the thighs, and then the ribs, the chest, and the head. Just let the arms hang overhead if that's possible for you. Take a breath in to stay here. And then release the arms down to the floor. Find a halfway lift with the breath in. And from here, just bend the knees, roll up the spine nice and slowly. We do that again. Breath in, hands clasp. Exhale to push away and curve. Inhale to reach the arms to the sky. And then release the hands with the exhale, big circle to clasp behind your back. Breath in to lift the chest. And breath out to fold, melt forwards over the legs. Drop the head. Inhale here. And exhale, drop the hands. Find your halfway lift. Breath in. Bend the knees, roll up the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, hands in front. Exhale, push away. Inhale, reach to the sky, lift the chest, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, release the hands, big circle to clasp behind. Breath in, lift. Breath out, melt forwards. Stay here, inhale. And exhale, release the hands down, halfway lift, breath in. And breath out, roll up the spine. Last time, follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release the hands. Halfway lift. And rolling up. We get into our moon salutation from here. Breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Hook the thumbs together. The palms are facing the front of the room. Reach your body really nice and long and come up and over to the left side for a side stretch. Maybe look underneath that right arm to the right. Make sure the chest is open. Take one more breath here. And inhale, come through center, change the hook of the thumbs and move to the other side. As you exhale, come up and over to the right, look towards the left. And inhale, come through center, reach the arms up, lift your right leg off the floor. Bring the hands to heart center as you step that leg far behind you with control. Touch the tippy toes to the back of the mat. We open up in a big star shape, toes are turned out, heels in, breath in. Come into your goddess squat. So as you bend your knees, you bend your elbows, hug the shoulder blades together. Feel the back engaging here. Breath in, reach maybe thumbs to touch overhead. And exhale, draw the elbows down. Try to get them close to your waistline. 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Knees are wide. They bend over the toes. Breath in, reach up. Now turn your back foot in. Open the arms. We move into Trikonasana. Reach the left arm to the front. And then find your triangle shape. See if you can again open up in the chest. We want to feel really expansive here. So if the fingertips to the floor feels compressed for you, especially in your left side body, bring your hand to a block or maybe hover it a bit higher off the floor. Maybe put it onto your ankle. And then take a few breaths here, getting really long in all directions. Take your last deep breath in. Exhale, coming up to stand. Turn your back foot out again. Reach the arms up overhead. Move into a Skandasana to the back of your mat, so into your right knee. Flex your left foot and keep that knee straight. The hands can touch the floor here or keep them at heart center. Make sure that the chest is proud. We are not collapsing forwards. If you want, the right fingertips can come down to the floor and then open up the left arm in a twist. If you have the space, you can bind the arms around that right knee. Does help having long arms here, I'm not gonna lie, but give it a go anyway. And take your last deep breath in. And then open up again into your expansion if you went into your bind. Bring the hands to heart center. We're gonna ninja move our way to the front of the mat into a side angle. You can bring the hands to the floor or use your legs. Bend into your left knee. Place the left hand down. Swipe the right arm up and over. Open the chest. Now this is a side angle shape. So on the diagonal from your fingertips down to the outer edge of your right foot, you are as long and straight as you can be. Don't forget about those deep breaths. 2 more. Keep the bend in your left knee. Come up for a reverse warrior. Left arm up and overhead, paint the ceiling. And then frame your front foot, both hands to the mat, pick up your back heel. Maybe hop that leg in a bit as you move into your pyramid pose. This is a great place to use blocks underneath your hands. Deep breath in, halfway lift. And then let's fold to hold this hamstring stretch for a little bit. And take your last deep breath in and out. Find your halfway lift again. Now bend your left knee, slide your right leg back, put the knee on the floor, and then toe heel your left leg out to the side for a lizard lunge. So you can turn your left foot out, let the sole of the foot come off the floor. Stay on your hands, maybe you want to drop down to your elbows to stretch and open up in the hips a little bit. Make sure in most of these positions, especially the ones where we are folding forwards, that you're not collapsing down in your chest. Can you bring a little sense of cobra into your torso here? So the shoulder blades are together, the shoulders are away from the ears, and the chest is broad. Maybe even the gaze is looking slightly forward. And then come up onto your hands. Here, plant the left foot down into the floor, pick up your back knee, and we're going to step it forward for a Malasana squat. Use the elbows to help the knees out wide, and again, open up the chest to let the hips sink heavy down to the floor. We're going to stand straight up from here, trying to avoid that little butt wink where the butt lifts up first. Push into your heels, hover the elbows off, and see if the crown of the head can be the leader, the instigator of the movement to the sky. Breath in, send the prayer after. And exhale, big circle with the hands. Toe, heel your feet back together. We repeat the other side. Breath in, arms up. Hook the thumbs. Come up and over to the right. Let's have a full breath in and out here. Grounding that left foot down. Come up through center, change the hook of the thumbs, and up and over to the left. Deep breath in and out. Inhale up through center. Bring the prayer to your heart as you step the left leg far behind you with control. We take our time here in this transition. And then open up into your big star. Goddess squats is next. Toes are turned out. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Really feel the back engaging as you drop the hips low. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Try to avoid a big sway in your back. Keep the torso in a straight line. So pull the belly button in as well here. Tailbone sinks down to the floor, straight down. Breath in. Here, turn your left foot in for Trikonasana. Open the arms, send the right fingertips forward, and find your triangle pose. And again here, we expand everywhere, as if you want to be a 2D version of yourself, printed flat on the paper. So there is no body parts sticking out anywhere. Then we expand upwards and downwards and sideways as much as we can. 2 more breaths here. And then come back up from your Trikonasana. Turn your back foot out, come into your Skandasana, down into the left leg. Flex your right foot, toes up to the sky. Great place to stay here, just to get that stretch on the inner thigh. If you want, you can open the arms, left fingertips down, right fingertips up. And if you got the mobility in your shoulders and/or long arms, you can try the bind behind or around that left knee. Long deep breath. Maybe close your eyes as you pause in each of these positions. And then bring the hands back to heart center. We activate our ninja walk. Slide across to the right leg. Place your right hand down. Swipe the left arm overhead. Find your side angle. And important to note here as well, the left leg now turns in. So we get those toes with us as well, facing the front of the mat. Trying to keep the chest open. And bending low into that right knee. Take your last deep breath in. Exhale here. Reverse the warrior with your inhale, right arm up and overhead. Breath in. Frame your front leg. Find your pyramid pose. So maybe hop your back leg in a little bit so that you can stretch your front leg. Hands to blocks or the floor. Halfway lift to lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold over. Settle in here for a moment. Again, maybe you want to close your eyes and just follow the breath. Take your last full breath here. And then look forward, bend your right knee, toe heel it out to the side, turn it out, drop your left knee to the floor. And your lizard lunge, sole of the feet can come off the floor here. And if you want to drop down to your elbows, do that. We have some time to open up into that hip. Personally, I like to sway a little bit back and forth here. Feels like I'm massaging the muscles that sits around the hips and the glutes. Take your last 2 long breaths here. And then come up onto your hands. Plant your right foot in to the floor. Pick up your back knee. Step it forward into your Malasana squat. Broad chest. Shoulders back and down, and remember, no sexy times on the way up here. We're gonna go straight, keep that tailbone facing the floor. Inhale to reach the arms to the sky, and then exhale, toe heel the feet back to center, arms down. We're gonna do that in flow, 1 breath per movement-ish. Breath in, arms up. Hook the thumbs. Exhale over to the left. Inhale through center, change the hook. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, step the right foot back as you bring the hands through heart center and then open up in your big, expansive star. Exhale, drop down into your goddess squat. Hug the shoulder blades together. Breath in, reach up. We do that 2 more times. Exhale down. Inhale up. Tailbone straight down to the floor. Don't stick your booty out here. And then we transition into our Trikonasana. Exhale, we have a full breath in to expand here. And then exhale to stay. Inhale, come up, reach the hands overhead. Turn your right leg out, drop down into your Skandasana to the back of your mat. Breath in, maybe open the arms. Exhale, ninja your way to the front of your mat. Left hand down, right arm swipes around. Find length with an inhale and depth with an exhale. Reverse your warrior, left arm up and over, deep breath in. Frame the front foot, exhale, hop your right leg in a little bit, pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, halfway lift again. This time find your lizard lunge, drop your back knee. Find a broad chest, deep breath in. And then we step the right leg forwards. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in to reach a prayer to the sky, standing up tall. Exhale, toe heel, the feet together. Big circle with the arms. Other side, breath in, arms up. Up and over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Stepping the left leg back. Bring the hands through prayer. Open them up into your big star. Exhale, drop down into your goddess squat. Inhale to reach up. Maybe look up. Exhale down. Ribs in, belly button switched on. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, Trikonasana. Turn your left foot in. Find your triangle for one inhale. And then exhale. Come back up, turn your left leg out. Drop down into your Skandasana as you exhale. Breath in to open the arms. Exhale to transition for your side angle. Right hand down. Inhale, reach the left arm around and forwards. Exhale, stay here. Reverse your warrior, stay low in that right knee. And then both hands to the floor. Find your pyramid pose. Halfway lift, breath in. Come a little bit deeper, exhale. Inhale, finding your lizard lunge. Drop your knee on your exhale. Inhale, broaden the chest. And exhale, step the left leg forwards. All the way up to stand, reach a prayer. And exhale, come back to Tadasana. One more time each side. Breath in, arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale here. And exhale, drop down. Inhale to reach, last time. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, find your Trikonasana. Inhale, expand. Exhale, stay. Inhale, come up, finding your Skandasana into the right leg. Exhale, drop down. Breath in to open. Breath out to transition for side angle. Inhale, reach the right arm. Exhale to stay here. Reverse your warrior, left arm up and over, breath in. Hands to the floor for pyramid pose. Straight away this time, come into your deepest fold. Halfway lift, bend your standing leg, drop your back knee. Find your lizard lunge. Breath in here. Exhale, step forwards, Malasana. Inhale, hands to the sky. And open the arms, Tadasana. Last round here. Breath in, arms up. Up and over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Stepping back the left leg to your star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, stretch. One more time. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, Trikonasana to the right leg. Inhale to stay. Exhale here. Coming up with the inhale. And sinking down into the left leg, Skandasana. Exhale. Maybe open the arms, breath in. Come forward, side angle, right hand down, left arm overhead, deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Reverse your warrior, deep breath in. Pyramid pose. Exhale, get there right away. Inhale, come into your lizard lunge, rearrange the feet as needed. Exhale, step the left leg forward, hands to heart center. Reach the sky, breath in. And then hands around, toe heel the feet, back together. Find your Tadasana, close the eyes here. Take a few breaths here before we move our way down to the mat. Just notice the energy floating around in the body and how the breath quite quickly calms down again after a lot of movement. From here, let's reach the arms up overhead, open the eyes if they're not open already. Come up high onto your tippy toes. Hands are going to move to heart center as we squat down onto our heels in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now you're squatting on your heels, just balancing on the toes. See if you can do this next transition without using the hands on the floor. Lean back as you drop the knees forward at the same time, maybe. And we stay here for a little toe stretch. So if your pinky toe is sort of floating around in space, maybe you can grab it and pull it or put it down on the floor next to the other toes. Hands can be at heart center, maybe on your lap. If this is way too intense, they can drop to the floor in front of your knees. But wherever you are, close the eyes and breathe. I promise you the toes will still be there when we finish this stretch. They will not fall off. I have done market research. 3 more deep breaths. 1. 2. And 3. Stay for the exhale. And then you can bring the hands to the floor, tap the toes behind you. I'm just going to move back on my mat here as I've drifted far off. Shake out your legs a little bit. And we're going to do a transition down to our backs through this same position that we were just in. So tuck your toes back under. Sit onto your heels. We are not doing the stretch, I promise. Bring the hands to heart center. And we want to pull our belly in a little bit here and see if we can get the knees off the floor. Find the balance. Reach the arms forward. Drop the heels down. And then gently place your butt down. Ta-da! We are seated. Keep rolling down onto your backs. Find a bridge pose. Lift the hips. Shuffle the shoulder blades together, maybe clasp the hands. And then give the floor again a push with your feet. So the feet wants to press into the floor and a little bit forwards. See what that does to your hips. And also the arms into the floor. Slow breaths here. Take 2 more. And release the body all the way down. We are just doing 2 breaths here before we come into our last back bend. Reset. And now bridge pose, or if you're doing wheel, place the hands by the ears, lift the hip up first, and then push the arm straight if you're doing wheel. Take 5 breaths here. Try to make them as slow as you can, with as much calm as you can. Then lift the heels, tuck the chin if you're up in your wheel, and come down really slowly onto your back. Give the knees a squeeze to your chest. Maybe move the knees from side to side a little bit. We're going to come into a shoulder stand next. So however you want to get there, or follow my lead, the legs are going to stretch up and overhead. Find support on your hips with your hands. Walk the elbows close together, and then stretch one or both legs at the same time up towards the sky. From here, if you feel quite stacked, you can clasp the hands, push the hands down onto the floor. If you feel like that's gonna make you crash land on your mat, keep supporting your hips with your hands. For those of you quite stacked on the shoulders here, the next step would be to release the hands and reach them up towards the feet. And from here, the feet are slowly gonna land in plow pose behind your head. The hands can be in any variation you would like them to be, but keep the knees straight for now if you can. And then we're moving into deaf man's pose from here, where the knees bend on either side of the ears. And then you can reach the arms around the knees and just really immerse yourself in a little cocoon here. Give yourself a hug. And release the hands, stretch the knees again, plant the palms flat on the floor. If you feel like you're gonna catapult out of this, definitely support your hips again with your hands. Otherwise, use the core to roll down, 1 vertebra at a time. Articulate the spine, pushing them down into the floor. Once the hips are down, move the hands underneath your body a little bit so the thumbs are close to your glutes, and then keep reaching the legs straight if you can, all the way down to the floor. So now you're sort of laying on top of your hands. Then push the elbows into the floor, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and down, puff the chest up like a rooster, and then drop the crown of the head to the floor for fish pose. Great place to stay. If you want the full version, you can reach the arms up in a prayer and then lift the legs off the floor as well. And then release down. Unravel yourself flat on the floor. Just gonna do a quick little hip stretch to finish off the practice. Bring the right ankle across the left knee for figure 4, and then hug that left knee close to the chest. For those of you with quite mobile hips, you can also hug the arms around this whole position here. It will intensify the stretch a little bit. Slowing down the breath, making it deep and soft. And then we're going to keep the shape of the legs, but drop your left foot to the floor just to move the hips to the right. And then hug your left knee back in. Grab your right ankle, and we're going to move this shape into a twist. So the right sole of the foot is now going to come to the floor. Open up the right arm, and the right knee is up to the sky. So it's a variation of the reclined twist. Close the eyes, take a few long breaths here. And come back to center, bring the hips back, and just shake out your legs, maybe up to the ceiling. Maybe you want to stretch them onto the mat and give them a shake. We're moving straight into the other side, so left ankle over right knee, and then hugging either the right knee towards the chest or wrapping your arms around the left leg and the right knee for a little more deeper stretch. Then notice that the shoulders and the head can be soft down to the floor. If you feel like the neck is very strained here, that the shoulders are lifted off and you have a break in the neck, you can put a block or a pillow or anything that you have under the head, just to support the length of the neck. Take your last 2 long breaths here. Then release the right foot to the floor. Keep the shape. Just move the hips over to the left quite a lot. Bring the right knee back to the chest. Grab the left ankle and move into your twist here with the hip stretch still intact. Open up the left arm, palm facing the sky. And release the shoulders down to the floor. And then come back to center. This time just stretch the legs out long. Maybe give yourself a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead. And exhale, come into your Shavasana. We're gonna have a few long breaths here just to let the body settle, or the practice settle in the body. So find the whole back body on the mat. Let yourself surrender to gravity. Notice the weight of the body being pulled down into the earth. Maybe give yourself a little scan to see if you're holding on to anything that keeps you from melting into the floor. All that's left to do for the next couple of minutes is to breathe. Trying as much as you can to stay focused on your breath. Everything else can wait for a few minutes more. Take your last breath here, maybe deepen it a little bit more. Softly exhale, melt a little bit deeper. And then start to move into your fingers and toes, gently waking up the body. Moving ankles and wrists. Then you can clasp the hands and reach them up overhead. Take a deep breath in. Hugging the knees to the chest. Stay on your back or maybe roll over to one side. Have a moment giving yourself a nice and warm hug. And then in your own way, in your own time, making your way up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center. I hope this moon salutation brought you some internal clarity and peace of mind. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hopefully I'll see you at the next new moon. Namaste.